Yo, what's poppin'? All my peeps, it is I, your host with the most Renaissance man who always thinks he can. Hey, sorry, excuse me. And champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, back for another episode of Pitts and Sara's Wrestling Show. And obviously, you cannot have Pitts and Sara's Wrestling Show without the best of the West. You can't forget about Sarah Marshall. Sarah, what's poppin', girl?
Hey, yo.
That would have been a lot more smooth if I didn't sneeze. But
yes, that is very true.
Yeah, but we have botches even in the art of streams. We can botch. It's okay.
I guess so.
How are we doing today? You seem a lot less excited than you were on or Tuesday for the rewind.
Well, yeah, because I knew what we were going to be talking about. So
that's true.
I was more excited.
Well, yeah, I came up with this.
Well, it's also just been a weird day, so
it's weather.
No.
I know it's just not it. All right, I don't know what's going on. It feels like Pajama Sam 2 all over again, and whoever gets that reference is an OG. So.
It's literally 95 degrees, but
it is raining, sunny, cloudy, all just in a cycle within 20 minutes. They just keep cycling. It's just banana land. It's nonsense over here, which is kind of the direction of the show this week. All right. I was thinking about what are we going to talk about? What can we do that's, different? And this is just something I wanted to do for a while that kind of sparked the light bulb to go off when you mentioned the Scott Hall, that ruthless aggression figure coming out, and then you sent it to me.
Well, it's Monday Night Wars, but yeah.
What I said?
Ruthless aggression.
The ruthless aggression type of figure.
Oh, well, I was just meaning like I found it's gonna be replacing that era. It's gonna be the Monday Night Wars, like action figures that are gonna be coming out now instead.
So because you said that, I was like, you know what? I gotta find a use for these things because my nieces and nephews are not at that age where they are pretty much allowed to watch wrestling, even with the old Uncle Pat, because it's Uncle Pat, you can. We're not even there yet because just too young.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a use for them, okay? And I really want to show them off. And I think that's like a really just wide assortment of figures, especially because I'm not like a collector. I don't care about really making any like a lot of money off it or cherishing it away. There is one box of a Samoa Joe TNA figure over there I just found, and we're just gonna keep it as a decoration. But the other ones I played with, and I kind of want to just show them off right now because I really we got Raw, you get SmackDown coming up. We're gonna do a breakdown on Saturday, and like there's so much shit going on. Let's just have a good time and talk about this stuff. Kind of take a little relaxing break and not have as structured and regimented and have all our thoughts in order, because this is another way too where you the peeps get to see our fandoms. You get to see what side we like, all that, and that's the beauty of listening to wrestling podcasts and live streams. So but before we get to do that, Sarah, we kind of got to kick off the show with my favorite weekly segment.
Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud.
What were you doing?
Don't be a lemon.
Oh,
be a rosebud.
You could only see your arms like coming down. I was like, what was going on?
Yeah, that's my little stubs flailing around there.
Oh my god.
So Sarah,
yeah,
what was your rosebud of the week? What was the best thing you saw in wrestling this week?
Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins.
Okay.
I would say that main event. And it was so good that they decided to advertise it for SmackDown next month, which I'm assuming is going to be a dark match. But yeah, so it'll be happening at SmackDown. And from what I've heard online, WWE people are really impressed with Damian. I was like, how many times are we going to hear about this though? Like, I don't really know what else the man is supposed to do to catch the attention of the people that are watching from the back. Cause I'm like, this guy's been on a roll basically since Mania. So
Yeah,
It's just
sorry.
kind of funny to keep seeing like they're impressed. I'm like, okay, like they should be. Like this isn't news, but yeah. So that was my favorite part.
I think my Rosebud KO was awesome and WWE was great, but AEW last night, Adam Cole is MJF's next challenger. And the promo they had was so authentic, so good. Their wording and certain phrases, for instance, like Adam Cole's going on, and then he finished it with, "And remember, Max, I'm better than you, and they know it," playing off of his
Mm-hmm.
catchphrase. And I love that type of story, promo battles, promos in wrestling, because
Mm-hmm.
it gives you a reason, like the details. It's like, all right, the callbacks, all that. I just loved it. And just it was good show. WWE is great too. I think my biggest thing is just the product's so good right now. It is nice. And then yeah, so that's really all I got for the Rosebud. But because my lemon, I'm starting off with a lemon. Okay. And it coincides with AEW. So Jay White and Ricky Starks main evented Dynamite. And the Guns came out and interfered in the match, costing Ricky Starks costing him the match. Jay White wins. I've also been reading reports, Sarah, online that there is supposedly be a new member of the Bullet Club joining very soon. If it is the Guns, I swear to God, I'm gonna be rip shit
Wouldn't that be
because
members though?
Bullet Club Gold, which is in AEW.
I know, but you said a new member. I would say the Guns are two men, so wouldn't it have said
They
new
would do a tag team
members?
to try to get them over. I think they're gonna try like, oh, it's gonna be a new member. They wouldn't say members. I feel like members would be like more than one individual, or like tag team. I mean, so like you'd have the Guns, and someone else would be people, but because the Guns one team, you'd say singular.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either. In Luckily they said on commentary, hopefully it is correct and not to swerve us, that FTR stood up for Ricky Starks and they're just standing up for Jay White. And I'm like, okay, fine. If you want to make that connection, sure. But I swear if the Young Guns get with the Bullet Club Gold, I'm gonna be so rip shit. I
I
don't
hate
know a
when they
lot
would
about
just randomly add dudes to groups that like don't deserve to be in like a legendary group. It's like when they
yeah.
were just adding everybody to the NWO, and it was like, no, that's not why it was created. And it's kind of like with the Bullet Club, like everybody just wants to be in the Bullet Club. And at one point, it was just like there was like 40 people in the Bullet Club, and you're like, what is going on here? It's just too much.
It is. It is. Oh, I just thought of another Rosebud, but you go first for Lemon.
Mine would have to be Matt Riddle.
Oh,
And
he put your guy in an ankle lock.
yeah, I don't
Pretty devastating
appreciate
one.
it, and I'm not really looking forward to that feud. So I'm just not into it. I mean, it's not that I've already talked about it, and I said obviously it makes sense for Gunther to not like, or even Imperium to not like a dude like Riddle. Like that makes sense. So I'm not debating that. My issue is that I hate that I have to watch some of my favorite wrestlers in a feud with a dude that I just can't stand, because then it's not even like a segment that I don't have to pay attention to, like if it's like, oh, he's just talking or he's doing this, I can kind of watch and like not really pay attention, but I make sure that I watch like Imperium segments and that.
So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, so it just is like kind of sucky because I'm like, I really don't want to. And I don't really think that he deserves to have like an intercontinental championship match at this point, because I'm like, what has he done? He's barely done anything since he came back however long ago. So I'm like, I don't know. I think there's other people that could be there, but I guess I'll just have to deal with it.
See, I see it more in the sense that based on name alone, he can qualify to be challenging Gunther right now for the Intercontinental Championship. That's for that reason. However, I see them trying to push him to have him show a different side of Matt Riddle. And that is an aggressive side, one who's not as laid back. And what's up, bro? How's it going, bro? You want him to have that aggressive gym douchebag type of vibe to him, where he's gonna kick your ass if you know say the wrong thing to him. It's I that's where I see it, where I just like, it's whatever. Doesn't get me that crazy.
Yeah,
I don't. I see it. Gunther's gonna beat his ass. Like, just get ready for that.
I don't think that that's what's going to happen, though, because if they're trying to build up Riddle to be a more serious guy, then they're going to want him to look powerful even against a guy like Gunther. They're not just going to throw him to Gunther and Gunther squash him.
Oh, it's not gonna be a squash, but it's definitely gonna be a good back and forth where he's getting his ass beat for a good portion of it.
I just don't. I'm not into it. So.
Okay. Well, I tried. Okay. I'm trying to at least.
You can keep trying.
It's not that I want you to like him. I'm never going to change that and don't really care about that factor. But I just want you to see like there is a positive side to this where maybe he does do good things. Or at the end of the day, he gets absolutely brutally chopped by Gunther. Then like we all win at the end of the day. So I don't know. I think try to be positive Pitts here. All right. I'm just trying.
So I'm like, why is Saraya trending? And now I see why.
Oh, that's my lemon. Let's just speaking of lemons. I heard that was the rumored match for Forbidden Door was gonna be Saraya versus Mercedes Moné.
Moné. I can't stand Saraya. I can't.
Yeah, I don't. From what I've heard about her injury, still lagging on in a way where it is slowing her down. That's why you see her in more of a ballet manager role.
Oh, wait. Are we shocked? You mean that when she went to like 15 doctors and they all told her that she shouldn't wrestle, and then she finally found one that would let her wrestle, that it would still somehow be a problem?
It's like the Dr. Nick of neck surgeries.
But I also don't like I don't know this whole situation with Britt Baker and whatever, and like Thunder Rosa. I don't know. I don't have sides, but Saraya joining the conversation when it was something that had nothing to do with her, and then Thunder Rosa being dragged and like threatened and bullied to the point of like people had to do a wellness check on her. Basically, it's just like Saraya. The thing that is crazy to me is like I'm not comparing the situations, like the basis of them, because apparently it was something like Britt thought that Thunder Rosa was like intentionally trying to be bad in matches with girls to make them look bad or something. I don't know.
Sandbagging.
Which I still think is a little hilarious because Britt, you're so green. Like you've not even been wrestling that long, but like I don't think that you have the veteran
she has the EW veteranship. That's what.
But like not wrestling. But anyway, I don't feel like, first of all, Saraya shouldn't even be talking about it. Girl, it happened before you got there. Like you're hearing one side of the story, so shut up. But also, it's ironic to me that a girl who was ruthlessly bullied because of videos and stuff, and when she was going through that difficult relationship with Alberto, that she would then decide to become the bully and just like keep going after a girl that she knew nothing about and probably had never really met or had interactions with. And it's like, it's just kind of ironic to me because you would think that she would be someone who would never engage in that type of behavior. And yet making it seem like Thunder Rosa is the one that can't stop talking about this and is doing this and this and that. I'm just like, once I saw all of that and I kind of tried to look into it, I was like, girl, you've gone down a really bad path. Like, I don't know who you think you are, but the only reason why you ever trend is for bad reason. Because even AEW fans hate that she's there. So I'm like,
yeah, I liked Saraya. I mean, when she was Paige, I liked Saraya a lot and was really pushing her to be, the next face of the women's division.
Right. Yeah.
But how the mighty have fallen. And I like the Outcasts. I think it's a great idea. For heels, you need a heel faction in the women's division. You do.
But yes, but the spray paint shit is corny. And just the irony of Toni Storm, the way that she looks, that she's trying to be like, I'm an outcast, but I'm like pretty and blonde and tan and like so cool. Like, girl,
He's
you're
playing the
not.
backstory of the wrestling side of
But
things.
girl, you're not an outcast. Just stop. I mean, but yes, I love the idea of a female heel faction because they don't really have that in WWE right now. But some of the stuff I see, I'm just
Damage
like,
Control. Oh, they're kind of gone.
well, kind of, but not really. They're not like a hot thing right now, is what I mean. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna
anyway,
circle back before we get to the action figure collection. My Rosebud, because I don't know if you saw this, but LA Knight in the bump, him going at it with Zelina Vega.
no, I saw some clips
Oh
of
my
him
God.
talking, but like I only watched clips of like him talking about himself, and I noticed that Zelina didn't look too entertained by him, but I wasn't surprised because it kind of depends on who's on the bump and if they're in character or not. Most of the time they're not, but there's certain people who are, and obviously like LA Knight for the most part is one of those guys, like old traditional dudes that's like always in character. So I just assumed that was why she was all like, but I haven't watched it. I just watched a couple clips of him talking about it.
I can't tell if it's a shoot or if they were trying to build up their match because if Santos gonna win on Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
prediction. That's a spoiler.
Yeah. Ali's in
He's-
NXT. So
There you go. So they're trying to build that up for the Money in the Bank. And I have a feeling, because I read a little bit of a report, that is an insider or someone within, whatever, said that let them keep reporting about LA Knight. They're going to look foolish or silly when the match is over. To me,
what
that
does
feels
that
like
mean?
Santos Escobar taking it.
Like winning Money in the Bank?
Winning Money in the Bank.
I feel like that's kind of a dumb move, but I mean, like, yeah, the LWO is like over, but does he scream? Like, I mean, because to me, that's a guy that would not that's a guy who would cash in for like the US title or the Intercontinental. That's not a guy that would cash in for the World Heavyweight around Roman. And to me, I think that's stupid because we saw that happen last year with Austin Theory. He ended up cashing in on the United States Championship, which was stupid. Like, is it possible that they can do that? Yes, but it's a mid-card title. You basically don't really have to do a whole lot to be in the conversation to have a championship match. So I understand he was in his difficult situation at the time because Roman was the champion, but I'm saying like I don't know. If Santos winning, I don't know that I'm on board with
Imagine,
that.
okay, I'm gonna go real big brain here because I have a lot of time to think to myself and driving in my car. What if the way to beat Gunther's streak is by a Money in the Bank cash in? That is how you beat him.
Yeah, but we don't want him to be beaten though.
I know, but if you cash in on Gunther, and that's how he loses the Intercontinental title, and then you just immediately push him to the title picture, he is a perfectly legit reason why he doesn't have the Intercontinental title, but should still very much so be in the title picture. You can have his whole thing about how he never lost the title. It was after he was down the mat, attack,
Well,
whatever, heel.
that's still losing it.
But he's a heel. he's gonna say these things.
Mm.
And then you just have him go after like honestly, Roman Reigns Gunther would sell out arenas everywhere.
You know what I would love?
And
I
if
would
Gunther
love for
takes down at least him, I don't know.
I would love for Gunther to just be like, you know what? I don't want this anymore, and just like gave it up. I would love for him to be like, I've been champion for so long, I don't care anymore. Just like
Roman
I'm
hasn't done that.
what?
I'm shocked Roman hasn't done that.
I know. I think it would just be. I don't know. I'm not saying it should happen or
No,
whatever,
I
but
know
I
what
just
you mean.
think it would be kind of funny that he was just like, I don't care anymore. I've beaten everybody that could potentially come after this title. I want to go after the world title, and then just be like, all right, I'm over it.
I think that's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, because when have we seen that happen? Okay, can you just
Never. It's a first time thing.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that Vince McMahon loves. It's being the first for something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nice little backtrack, but nice little combo we had there, leading into our main event, our main course of today, and that is the Champs Collection, Listen, there's too much to talk about this week, and pulling back the curtain, getting up at 4 in the morning is just not. It's not easy, Sarah. It is
Yeah.
not easy. So we just went with originality for this week, and we are a live stream, and I need to show these off because Sarah, what I'm about to pull out are some of the funniest, absurd, awesome action figures you will find. No, they're not in mint condition and they don't look great because guess what? These guys went to war. I mentioned last week how when I was in 4th grade, I used to make match cards instead of doing my homework for said action figures. So you're getting a little taste of the past, present, and potentially future if this becomes, maybe the Nonsense Wrestling Federation, what I've been teasing for so long, but Xbox doesn't make enough space on their gaming systems. So gotta wait. All right, Sarah, I'm gonna pull out a couple. Look at this. First one, let's start out big. It's Great Khali.
Oh my
Look at
gosh.
look at Great Khali.
It's so accurate. The
Just
body.
the mouth is so hilarious. I'm gonna pull my computer up a little more so you can see it. Hold on, which way? There we go. Look at that.
That's
Just
early too when he wore the black.
That's like this is 2006, hands
Yeah.
down. I think so.
Yeah, that was before he wore pink.
Um,
I couldn't stand him after a
really
while.
look at this ancient Jeff Hardy TNA.
Oh geez. You would never know because he just wore the same things in every company he's ever been in. So
It's so fascinating how like tinier, skinnier. I mean, the TNA ones are compared to the WWE.
oh really? I never had a TNA one. So
They're a lot thinner. Like they're a lot smaller. Like, all right, well, let's just look for comparison here. Here's
that's also Jeff Hardy compared to Great Khali though. Like
basically. So look, it's realistic.
yeah, I guess.
Look at it. He just takes like a choke slam or something. Just slow.
Oh my god. I knew you still played with them.
I don't still play with them. This is my
okay.
one opportunity too, where it makes sense and it's okay. All right, we got Rey Mysterio. Look at this.
Is that a microphone?
No. It's his gloves.
Oh.
He's gotta bring this mask back. I like this style. Look at the pants.
That one is nice. That's before all the additional tattoos as well.
Yeah, this is early WWE.
I wonder how much you could get for some of these, even though they're unboxed.
I know. I wanted to give them to my like nieces and nephews, but they're not really wrestling people, so it's like
yeah.
Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, David says Great Khali sucks. So
yeah, he does. Like what?
And he says, "Damn, I didn't get the notification." I don't know.
I don't know.
We didn't have it pre-scheduled, so that might.
We did not. It's sicker. This is one of my oldest figures. Look at Vinnie Mac.
Oh my god, whose face is that?
That is not Vinnie Mac's face.
No, who does that look like? That looks like an actor. Like, oh my god, it's like the guy.
Oh, the guy who plays Punisher.
No, the guy who plays like Sandman in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
or early Spider-Man movies.
All right, someone in the comment section will tell us that.
That's what his face looks like.
This old Triple H.
What the hell is that? Why is his hair like that?
Because he's like in mid pedigree.
And that's the one that's like their bodies move, so that's why their bodies look weird.
What's up?
Well, like his chest, his stomach, it's like they can move. Yeah, see, I mean, I get it, but who looked at that and was like, yes, I approve. Kids will love this.
I have a lot of
I used to have some of my old figures, but I think I might have gotten rid of them because I didn't have many. I literally had The Rock, and he came with a boom box that played his entrance song.
That's incredible.
I had Lita. And then my sister had Edge and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I don't know if I don't think we have them anymore.
All right. I'm going to get a couple to show. Oh, there's one and yeah. All right. I'll start off with this. Who is this man? Sarah.
Paul London.
Yes. Nice.
Like,
happy you got that. One of the most iconic entrances too.
I don't remember it.
Well, you would just storm down the ring.
Oh yeah. I'm just walking. I don't care about an entrance. I'm just here to do my job. He's like, if I could be serious for a moment.
If I could be serious for just a moment. It's his world.
Is it Jeff Jarrett?
It is Jeff Jarrett.
Okay. I was like, hard to tell.
Did you know that Hulk Hogan was a tag team champion?
No.
He technically was. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know that I would have sold his
I'll give you
figure
3
with
guesses.
them.
All right. And I'll give you a hint. Yes, Hall of Famer. Still wrestling.
Still wrestling.
Technically. But his peak was 06 to 2013. When he retired for the first time.
Ric Flair?
No. Think more modern.
Who retired in 2013?
But I said still wrestles.
I know.
Ooh, Chavo. I forgot I had a Chavo.
I don't know.
Edge.
Oh, that is weird and random.
Weird. That is very random. But it was
is that Evan Bourne?
No.
Oh, who is it?
It's a phenomenal one.
Oh, that's baby
DNA.
That's
And
baby
look.
Allen. Baby Allen.
Whee!
Oh. I'm gonna hit you with these.
Phenomenal forearms.
Did you see the video of the OC singing him happy birthday and they call him Uncle Allen?
That's
I'm like,
so...
it's so weird that his name's Allen.
That is very weird.
I'm like, I don't blame you for going by AJ.
I would go by Hadri too. Oh my
Such
lord.
an old
First
name.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh my gosh.
And then do you remember this guy?
Why is he smiling?
He's not smiling.
Oh, okay. All I could see was the teeth. So I was like, why is he smiling? I don't remember him being like smiley. He has tattoos. Oh.
Cruiserweight champion.
No.
Kid Cash. Remember
Yeah.
Bobby. No, his finishing move. So he'd have him like this. All right. I'm just a demonstration for the people.
Oh, Kingdom of Razor knew who he was.
Damn right, Kingdom of Razor knew.
He also knew Edge and Hulk Hogan.
So now watch Bobby Lashley just absolutely dominator Kid Cash.
I knew this also, Kingdom of Razor. I was just making a joke about the guy like running down to the ring.
All right. Oh, Chris Sabin. Wow. This is Chris Sabin 2006.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible. I'm looking for my guide, and then I'll show the ones on my lap. I'm just waiting to... Do you remember Primetime Elk Skipper?
No.
So you know that iconic TNA clip of the dude walking across the cage and then Hurricane Rana?
No.
Okay, well, look it up. It's incredible. That's
okay.
There's like 3 guys. I have a Christopher Daniels. Oh, this is ancient.
He's another one that just like looks the same. Like
everywhere.
Yeah. Is that Christian? Okay. I met Christian. He was very nice.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I was waiting for that.
He was world heavyweight champion when I met him.
Oh my god, look at this.
John Cena. Also, he was world heavyweight champion when I met him. It was during the one more match era with Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, that was a good era.
He's also one that personalizes like every autograph that he signs.
Oh, awesome. That's nice to hear. Not a lot of people do that.
But you know partially why he does that, so they can't be resold.
They can't be resold.
Well, they can, but it's like not.
Yeah, I don't want to personalize autograph from
yeah,
you know,
it's weird.
to Kevin.
Yeah, yeah.
So the title, imagine John Cena as NWA champion. Well, now you can.
That is pretty cool.
That's not even the best. I have a. Where's the other John Cena one? Oh, here it is. The champ is here.
Oh yeah,
that shirt's awesome. I love that shirt.
Yeah, I met him when he was wearing that shirt. The last time I met him in 2013.
Okay, here is my favorite Canadian wrestler of all time. I'll give you a hint. Read his ass.
I can't read that.
Canadian Destroyer.
Oh. I don't know who that is.
No, that's not his name. That was his finishing move.
I know. I'm saying I don't know who it is.
P.D. Williams.
Okay, I'd have no idea who that was.
So like if anyone doesn't know what a Canadian destroyer is, so what you would do is you start him off like you're gonna pick him up for a power bomb or a pile driver, and then you're just gonna flip him over like that and pile drive him. So that is
I'm so glad you had the figures to demonstrate.
that's kind of why. So this is kind of a lesson for the peeps too, a little bit about wrestling moves and what each finisher is.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Does he have short hair? Oh no, it's up in a bun.
Ponytail.
Oh, ponytail. I just slapped a tornado. So stupid.
All right. Do I have every member of the Spirit Squad?
The Kingdom of Razor knows all of these people.
Yeah, that is a wrestling peep if I've ever seen one. This is Christopher Daniels, the Fallen
Yeah,
Angel.
duh. He still looks exactly the same.
He was just judging the pure Ring of Honor championship match the other night. Oh, this is relevant.
Is he retired?
He's like backstage, like he's a producer or something.
R-Truth? Or K Quick.
No, this is Ron the Truth Killings.
I liked K Quick. Like I have the WWF the music CD and K Quick's is on there. Get rowdy. Get rowdy.
We listened to that the entire time going to Hartford.
I knew all the words to the rock song called About Pie. And I shouldn't have known that at that age.
Let the Rock tell you something about pie. That's on my playlist.
Who is this?
Give you a hint. His son's a wrestler.
Oh, it's is it Mr. Perfect?
It is.
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell.
Dun, dun,
Also, is he wearing orange?
Yeah.
Did he ever? Oh, I don't remember him in orange and green.
I don't know what happened to this figure, but you're definitely not reselling it.
No, maybe that's the selling feature.
No, he has a rotating torso of 360 degrees.
It makes him a lethal weapon.
Oh. Grrr.
Hold on, I can't. Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Perk Angle?
This is Kurt.
Okay.
This is
but
WWE.
TNA Kurt? Oh, okay.
No, we don't have the TNA one.
His singlet looked like the colors he did in TNA.
If you can guess this, I will actually be impressed. Not because of you, but this is just not what it looks like in real life.
Is it Billy Gunn?
It is. Incredible. He looks
Or
like
Mr.
He's balding
S.
here, though. This is his TNA name, Kip Sop.
Oh, that's his. It's because it's like his real name, something like that.
I have three members of the Spirit Squad. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that your parents. I'm so sorry that your parents wasted money. Do you have Nikki?
I have Mikey, Nikki. I have Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, yay! I was gonna say, at least if you had Nikki, it wasn't a complete waste of money because you went on to do something.
The Spirit Squad.
I love how their shirt, their long sleeve shirt, is like it doesn't even look long sleeve. It just looks like they have paint on them. Like it's just painted white. Like why are their arms painted white?
Yeah. All right, let's get rid of those. Oh, I gotta show Randy Orton because I have like 2 of them. This one's signed on the leg though. Look at that. Do you think that's real? Not a chance.
No. Oh my gosh, that looks like a young Cody Rhodes. Almost. Back when Randy had a full head of hair.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before he had sleeves also.
Wow.
Which was very needed for him because I mean I love Randy, but you're kind of like douche overload when you're covered in tribal tattoos.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Ew, why is his mouth open like that? Ew. It's another one that's like bendy, like on his torso.
So bendy. All right, so let's get to the actual like cool ones. Or some cool ones. I gotta get rid of these. All right. Sarah, what's your favorite so far?
I like the Rey Mysterio one.
Rey Mysterio one's pretty cool.
That one looked nice.
We're just talking about him.
CM Punk. I can't. Ew, and you have him in the yellow. Oh my god. That's like one of the worst colors for him to wear because butt sweat. Ugh.
Oh yeah, you can
Like
see the
that was
navy
an
armor.
ongoing joke with me, my sister, and my friend. Like we always said that Punk couldn't wear yellow or gray because that was when his ass sweat showed the most.
So,
Ew.
no one in there.
Ew.
Is gone. We showed all these guys. We're just kind of doing a little pre-prep. Okay, so remember that? Did I tell you a story about how I called Toys R Us once to essentially have them hold an action figure for me so my parents could pick it up the next day? All right,
No.
well, this is the Shawn Michaels that I wanted
Wow.
to.
I need it so bad.
I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy.
Ew.
Sexy boy.
I want to know how he came up with all this. Like, I want a girl to sing. I want to sing a song about how I'm so sexy and all the girls want me, and I want to dance around and wear chaps and
Everything was right up my alley until you said the chaps. The champ's ass does not belong in chaps. Say that 5 times too fast.
No thanks. Lol.
Stone Cold, but with pants.
Oh wow, it's like backstage Stone Cold. But that's Steve. That's Steve Austin.
I'm gonna drink me some Steve Waters.
What?
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 Hey, see the resemblance? Oh, you didn't know?
The Road Dog.
Look at I love like this figure, like the colors.
They really made
And the
him
logo.
a little too buff.
Oh, they made him jacked.
They always do that too, and I'm like, this guy is not buff. You can't see a single muscle in his arm. RVD.
Yeah, man, damn.
Yeah, that's exactly how he sounded when he did it too.
Exactly.
I'm Rob
verbatim.
Van Dam. RVD.
One of a kind. Oh, so there's these metal things. See these metal things?
Yeah, they could step on things and then it played a sound.
Yes.
Yes, I remember.
I forgot you were older than me. Because I'm the one with the action. What? Yeah, that makes sense. Booker T. But this is like 06 when he's filming with JBL Booker T.
We love it. I love Booker
And
T.
then finally, Samoa Joe.
Oh, Samoa Joe. It's not terrible. I feel like his torso looks small.
What I like about this, so like I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
Yeah.
See the writing, like it's all very
Yeah.
detailed.
Yeah.
You know, like it's they with some of these figures in the fingers too. There's like finger, they're very detailed in how they made it. Like every little move that you could make. Do you have,
You have the
Undertaker and Kane? I have Kane. I think I not got rid of, but so this is Kane.
Ew, maskless Kane. Remember how they just like they abandoned him being this like disgustingly ugly figure? Like when he first was on Mask, it was like, oh god, that's why he wears a mask. And then all of a sudden it was like, never mind, he's just a normal guy.
If I can find the other one of these, then this would be really fucking funny. But I don't know. We should have organized this a little bit better. But all right, so do you remember who this is?
Gilbert?
No, you're not going to. So do
don't
you remember the Gemini?
No.
They were like Simon Dean's like bodyguard essentially or whatever, and then they became a tag team, spun off and became a tag team. Well, they're twins. They were identical twins that looked exactly like this. So because they came in a pack and I had both of them, to tell which one apart, I drew a line on his back.
Oh my god.
I tatted him up. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's my collection. I wanted to kind of show it off, and I didn't want to do it alone. I would rather do it with the peeps and show you guys. No, it was not the Bashams. It was not Doug and Danny Basham. That's a little different. I know
They
you mean,
were the ones that were paired with that one girl from.
They're part of the cabinet, JBL's faction.
No, weren't they also with
Joy Giovanni.
No, just give me a second.
Sorry, hyperbrain.
That girl from Tough Enough, weren't they with the girl that was like a dominatrix? Basically, she had like 2 bald white guys with her.
That's the Gemini.
Okay, but she was like a dominatrix
Yes.
type. Okay, I don't remember what her name was. I can see her clear as day, but I don't remember what her name was.
Either.
But I know she was on Tough Enough. That's all.
There is no way.
Shaniqua? It might be. It might be. Let me see.
King of Razor is
you
just
have to remember
absolute.
when this was too. Like
This is-
a lot of it was like stereotypes by the writers, you know?
Oh, for early 2000s? Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, her name Linda? Yeah. But where's her picture? Oh wait. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah. So that's who the Bashams were with then. Oh my god, I can't believe they literally were like, your name is Linda? Well, we're gonna name you Shaniqua. I can't even imagine having to work with Vince McMahon back then. That's just
unbelievable.
Ugh. Anyway,
So
thank you for sharing. If I can find mine, I can show you, but I only had like literally like 2. So
I love seeing people's action figure collection.
I have other collections of wrestling things, but like I try to always get a souvenir cup every time I go to a show.
Yeah.
So I have a handful of those. I also got the Slurpee cups.
Those are cool.
So I have all the John Cena ones, and then I have a Randy Orton one. I also have the straws.
Geez, you're hardcore. Okay.
Because they had John Cena on the straws. Yeah, dude, I went to a lot of 7-Elevens to try and make sure that I got those. I have like a WWE encyclopedia from like 2011. Yeah, people were getting those signed, and I was like, these are gonna be outdated though. So like, I don't even think they make them anymore.
No, that's why the internet is key. Because
I also still have John Cena Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles.
You can't eat those.
I don't. One of them is signed. So
did you know Fruity Pebbles is my favorite cereal?
I did not.
It is.
I have it on my shelf right now, but I have some that are still just like in the box. Well, that one is signed, so it's still in the box. But I mean, I have other ones that are in like a tote in the closet. Cocoa Pebbles and another box of Fruity Pebbles. And they're just staying there because I had so many people looking for me because I couldn't find them. And so that's how I ended up getting like 2 boxes of Cocoa Pebbles and then like 2 boxes of Fruity Pebbles because like people were looking for me. So
that's nice of them. That's nice of them. Help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get ready for the 3 count. The 1, 2, 3 count. And this week, I wanted to bring this up because someone said, I mean, it's the talk everywhere right now is that there's going to be that stipulation for their 3rd match. Will it be this? Will it be that? I'm kind of over trying to predict it and just am ready to be surprised either in a good way or bad way.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get like my guesses, if anyone asks me, are just going to be hilarious. Like someone this is why I love Twitter right now. Someone's like a bra and panties match because they said it was one that has not been around in a while. So that just popped me easily.
I was trying to think of the ones that when we talked about the craziest stipulations in that one video that we did. I can't remember because there were some crazy ones that you talked about, like something on a stick or like lawnmower match
Viagra on a pole.
Yeah, like those are the ones that Cody and Brock are fighting for Viagra.
Yeah, 99% of those came from WCW, and it clearly shows. What I'm thinking, I mean, just a chair. Do you remember the stairs match?
No.
Big Show versus Eric Rowan. It was a stairs match.
I don't remember that.
What is a stairs match?
I don't even know. Were they fighting on stairs, or they could only use stairs?
There were stairs lined across the outside, like the big ones, the long ones. I mean, and then you had the tiny ones, the top one, like all lined around the ring. It was bizarre. Like
that sounds like a Vince McMahon match. let's do
1000%.
something different. Let's use stairs. Like what? What?
It's like that's worse than chairs match, and chairs match is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's why it has to be TLC, because then it's like, oh, okay, it's a little interesting now.
Empty arena.
They won't do that.
They won't, but how funny would it be if Cody Rhodes and Brock just beat each other up throughout the entire arena and you get them in the locker room?
I'm like, I don't want to remember Thunderdome era.
Well, that was
It's so-
halftime heat, the first one.
I'm trying to think, like, what else would be? I don't even know, because some of them is like, oh, it hasn't been seen in a while, so it could be something that we haven't seen in 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, it could be something as simple as like, oh, TLC. Like, it could be something like that. Like, it's not, because I think everyone's trying to come up with something super obscure. It's probably not going to be obscure. It's probably going to be something that's like fairly obvious. It's just, and maybe was common at one point, and we just haven't seen it in a while, because TLC matches we haven't seen that much recently, and that used to be like a staple in WWE.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, because we saw a strap match recently, we saw a pitch black match recently, which was never done
That
before.
was never done before. What do you think of a 3 stages of hell? That's what I saw online.
But what is that? Like, what does that entail?
So first, it's pretty much 2 out of 3 falls, but every
Okay.
fall or match within the
Iron Man. Oh yeah, like an Iron Man match, or
Iron Man would that wouldn't make
I
sense for the
Quit?
story.
We saw an I Quit recently though.
Yeah, it was Edge and Finn, because Beth got destroyed.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Iron Man isn't a bad idea, because they're trying to like see who's better than the other one. So it's like, if you can last longer than the other guy, I don't see that's like, you know, I mean, look at how much of a banger Sasha versus Bailey was, and that was an Iron Woman
but
match.
that was a wrestler. Like, that's a wrestling match. This needs to be like a fight.
Oh,
You know what I mean? This is like, when I think of Iron Man match, I think of a very long wrestling match where you're wearing your opponent down, very similar to
but isn't
HBK Angle at WrestleMania, the first Iron Man match with Michaels and Hart.
3 Stages of Hell like an Iron Man match?
No, it's 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
then, like,
it's kind of the same in a way, because you get 2 out of 3, but yeah, right?
A little different, but yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it being an Iron Man match, because an Iron Man match to me would be like Cody and someone like Chad Gable. I'm just gonna put it like, not
Someone
Chad
who
Gable
can
himself,
match his abilities.
yeah, and go like have a lot of endurance. Like, for instance, MJF and Bryan Danielson had an Iron Man match. That makes sense, because Bryan Danielson is, allegedly the best wrestler in the world, and he's a wrestler, and his credentials and all that. And MJF is trying to be that. So yes, I see that. But like Brock and Cody, this seems like a grudge match. They just want to beat the holy hell out of each other.
What if they had a grudge match?
Well, it's
I don't know, but we've heard it before, so that's why I was just saying it. Yeah, it could be like a no DQ, or falls count anywhere. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be like that crazy. I think it's going to be something that will allow them
from hell
to like brutalize each other, but I don't know that it's going to be something crazy, like, I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be something that's going to allow them to use weapons, or to not get counted out or something, especially since Brock threw Cody through the announcer's table, and, then was trying to then beat him up backstage and use, the kegs and the garage door and stuff like that. That's how he broke his arm. So it could be, a boiler room match.
I was thinking, oh, Sarah, we're on the same wavelength, because that's where my mind
be
went.
like, I want you in the boiler room, and it would be like, is this WWF No Mercy circa 1999?
Their demographic would be like, Mom, Dad, what's a boiler room?
And they're like, does it even have this arena even have one? Like, let's purchase a fake one. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I'm not overly excited about it. So I don't really care about it. As long as Cody wins, I don't really care.
True. 2,
I
Pike
wanted
Punk does not spike collision sales outside of
collusion.
Chicago.
Did you mean collision or collusion?
I wrote
I
collision.
okay. I don't know what it was called, so that's why I was asking.
Oh no, that was
All right,
that
it's fine.
myself. It's
Um,
collision.
I wanted to talk about this because my sister actually told me about it, and I had to ask her like where she saw it, because sometimes she tends to not check the validity of who is tweeting something out.
Yeah.
Like the other day she said something about sports and it was from Butt Crack Sports, and I was like,
There you
I
go.
saw the tweet and I was like, this is literally from Butt Crack Sports, and she's like, okay, and I was like, Butt Crack Sports? That sounds legit to you? Like, so I did see this, but I'm not surprised about it because I think the hype isn't really there anymore. Like his original return, of course, was like huge because it had been nearly 10 years or something since he had been in a wrestling ring. And so yeah, people were excited, and everybody, for the most part, except for people like me, it was like universal excitement. There was people who were tuning into AEW just for that, even if they don't watch the program regularly. But based off of how his time went down there, I mean, people kind of started to trail off a little bit anyway, even when he was active. It wasn't like they were tuning in every single week because they wanted to see what Punk was going to do next. It wasn't like that level of excitement that was there initially didn't hold up, throughout however many months he was there before he went down, before he
Yeah.
left. Then he gets injured. Then he has that meltdown in the press conference, the alleged fight backstage with the Elite, who people in the most wrestling circles find to be like untouchable. Like you can't touch them.
You can't. They're
So
that
like,
awesome.
yeah. So I think that because everybody knows about all of this, everyone has seen the video of his press conference. Everybody has heard about the fight with the Elite. Everybody knows all of this and they have a feeling about it. So knowing that he's coming back, most of the stuff is going to be like, oh shit, like how is this going to go down with the Elite? Like what is going to go on between them? Is he going to get into a fight again? Is he going to have a meltdown again? Like what's going on? I don't think anyone really cares because they already know what's probably going to happen eventually. The same shit. It's going to happen because that's just who CM Punk is at this. Like that's just who he is, who he's known to be. So I don't know that like people are looking forward to it. I mean, even in Chicago, I don't know that.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not excited for it really. To me, it is another wrestling show, and Dicky Martinez over here says there's too much competition for people's attention on Saturdays. He's 1,000% true, because it's a wrestling show. There's no off season. You're going right in the middle of college football. Number 2 sport, like I would say for viewers, betting, whatever you want to call it. The next is NFL. So,
yeah.
and then you have baseball season, and when other sports come up, like you're gonna hit that kind of equinox or whatever period where you're gonna have baseball, football, basketball, and hockey all overlapping seasons.
It almost would have been better if they either didn't mention his return like super beforehand, or if they kind of had him come like return like I don't know, maybe a week or two before the show and then advertise it that way, because that might have spiked people's interest a little bit more than like I don't know. Like I feel like obviously they thought that because he's a hometown hero of Chicago that was just going to draw ticket sales up, because for the most part anytime they went to Chicago it was like CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk.
CM Punk
But
territory. Yes.
yeah, but he doesn't have that aura anymore, and he's brought it upon himself. That has nothing to do with AEW or anything, but they also kind of were burying him, not like right after all of this shit happened. Like they were making, comments about him on air and stuff like that and like digs at him. So it's like he did it to himself and then they were sick of his shit. So they were saying stuff too. It's like I just don't know that he has that same lore anymore, that people are like dying to pay however much money to go and see him, because it's like I don't know, if I were somebody like that, I saw a commercial for it of them advertising it the other day, and they put in the guy who was crying the night that he returned, which I feel kind of bad for him because people like make fun of him, but I totally get it. Like,
if The Rock
yeah,
returns at some point, the tears are gonna come down my face. So I
yeah.
agree.
So I just felt bad because they used him, but it's like, but that's not the feeling now. This isn't the feeling now because so much has happened
I
between
wish I had that feeling
that
still. Yeah,
return and now. So like, I don't know.
I
I
agree.
think that I mean, I don't blame Tony. I can't, I don't often give him credit or like, leniency for anything that he does, but like, I don't blame him for trying to like,
Oh
you know,
no.
exploit the fact that Punk is going to be in Chicago and hope that that drives sales.
Yeah.
But I
No,
also
I
think that you
agree.
need to be a little bit more self aware of your fans and how you have dealt with the situation because AEW is not blameless in how they've handled the situation either, but it's not the same. This isn't a
It's
year
not.
ago or whenever he came back. It's not the same vibe at all. So,
I don't have it. I would love CM Punk in his Summer of Punk in WWE. Going back and watching some of his Ring of Honor stuff is unbelievably fascinating to see where he started, and now I just don't really care.
yeah.
And Collision, yeah, you said the excitement has died down. You can tell it in my voice. I'm just not into it really. Um, you
Micah says
know,
I'm looking forward to Punk's return and Collision debut on Saturday nights, but I'll be watching WWE pay-per-view over Collision.
Oh, 1,000%. And that's a good point Micah brings up is that maybe it's Tony's flaw at trying to cut
Draw them
the
away.
draw them away from the premium live events on Peacock.
But the
Where
thing is like with WWE though, they get credit for even if you rewatch. So like let's say someone did choose to watch AEW instead. Okay, well then they're going to go on Peacock and watch WWE later. So it's not like
yeah,
that big of an impact. But the thing is we know time and time again, you cannot compare the audiences of AEW to WWE because WWE is always going to win. They're a global brand. Like they've been around for so long at this point. You kind of can't really try and bank on stealing some of their viewership to go to yours because even if you stole a little bit, you're still going to be way below their viewership. So it's like, is it really worth it? Like, I understand trying to draw competition, but you're also trying to draw competition from one show a month. They only do one pay-per-view a month.
yeah,
So it's like I don't know.
I don't
Um
either.
I just wanted to get these comments because they're all about this. So Richard says the audience that was there for Punk in 2021 has been cut in half. I mean, I don't know. Punk has lost a lot of people's good faith. I mean,
Yep.
I don't blame them.
Fuck
The
mine.
people that were added to Collision's roster, Rosa, Andrade, and Miro are fan favorites, but were booked bad before their missed time. That didn't help Collision hype.
So maybe the Collision now is going to be their brand where they shine and they can get that reaction and screen time they deserve. It's just tough that you're going to build off that to try to build it up as a show like a Dynamite or even like a Rampage. It's a little bit step below the
That's a lot of show for
it's a
one.
lot of show.
Are their shows all 2 hours? So this is going to
Rampage is one,
okay. So I guess
and
that's equal to what
they
WWE
do
does.
Dark. They do
Oh,
AEW Dark,
okay.
and they do Ring of Honor tapings as well.
Okay, so that's a lot of
A
programming,
lot of fucking programming.
which I mean, considering how big their roster is, I mean, it could work to their benefit. We've said it even about WWE possibly even moving SmackDown to 3 hours, which allegedly has been something they've been considering, especially if they sign a new contract either with Fox or go somewhere else that might let them do 3 hours. And I'm for them doing 3 hours, or even when we talked about them adding like a midweek show other than NXT, to get more people on TV and whatever. But
Mhm.
yeah, Punk's not the driving force to get people to tune in. It's just not.
Not it. It's
Yeah,
not
and they're
it.
gonna unfortunately learn the hard way about that. But maybe it could change. I don't know, but it just kind of seems like people are just checked out, like they just don't care anymore.
And 3 final count. SmackDown will be.
I think it'll be good.
That's
I'm
so
not.
good. I
I'm
was gonna
not.
say historic.
I wouldn't say historic, but basically we
Groundbreaking.
know the 4 matches that are happening. They might add another 1 or 2 just depending on what they do. I would hope that they add a pretty deadly match.
Yes, boys.
But I'm not like overly excited about any of the matches for the Money in the Bank qualifying. Like I think they'll be good, but I'm not sitting here like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this one. You know, like it is what it is. I really hope that like Io Sky wins.
Yeah, would you say
But
the predictable? SmackDown will be predictable.
I don't think so. I mean, I think the men's are a little bit more predictable than the women's because the men is Ali versus Escobar and then Corbin versus Butch. Those are predictable. You know Corbin is not going to win and you know that Ali's probably not going to win because he's also doing double duty in NXT. But the women I don't think is as predictable because Bailey is Bailey against Shotzi or is that Io?
No, Bailey's against Shotzi.
Bailey, Shotzi. Who's the other one? Who's
Io.
against Io? Oh my god, why? I
I
have
got
the
one.
why do I not remember? I should know this because I was making the graphics.
It is Shotzi battles Io, so that would mean
Okay.
that Bailey versus. It still hasn't answered our question.
I know. I'm like, who is it? I
I'm
don't
gonna
remember.
figure this out. Oh, that's not what we want.
Here, I got it.
Why are you being difficult? More money.
Oh, Mia Yim.
Michin.
Yeah. So those I feel like are predictable, but not completely
You gotta get
because
there. Yeah.
I think that, you know, if you just ask me quickly, I would say Bailey and Io. But then again, it's like we don't know what direction they're trying to go in with damage control because we haven't really gotten a huge hint about that. So it's possible that, you know, they could both win and then that's where it leads to their demise is come July at the pay-per-view. That's what leads to their breakup, or it's the fact that Io wins and Bailey doesn't and that leads to the breakup. You know, like we don't know yet. But yeah, I'm just not overly excited about any of them. But I think that they will be good matches. Minus, I don't know if Shotzi will be that great against Io, but
I think Io make her look good.
uh,
Exciting is another word I'm gonna use.
Charlotte couldn't even make Shotzi look good, so I don't.
I have high hopes for a living.
Don't. Oh my god! Are you singing my favorite band?
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Brendan!
I may
Brendan's
be having a
being.
little Panic at the Disco. Here,
Did you see they're not together anymore?
Yeah, it's really sad because
I know.
I love them.
I was really upset because I almost went to the last tour and then I like by myself and then I didn't go and then it ended up being their last tour. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like had I known I would have gone, but because I went to their last 2 tours and I was like, I would have gone. My first time seeing them was 2008 though. I wish I had seen them before that, like 2005. Nothing Rhymes with Circus tour. Oh my god, I wish I had gone to that one. What a
9 in the afternoon is the first song I ever got 100% on in Rock Band.
Oh my gosh.
Drums,
I love that. That's my favorite album of theirs.
Oh, that's a good album.
Pretty Odd, which is weird because none of their other albums sound like that and most people hate that album. I'm like that's my favorite one. That one is such a good if you ever just like want to take a drive on a sunny day in the summer or spring or whatever, you play that album. It just is like it's the perfect.
Take you up on that.
It's like the perfect album to listen to when you're just like driving around on a sunny day. Like that's
okay.
I don't know. That's how I feel, but
all right. I'll take you up on that. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this edition of Pits and Sarah's Wrestling Show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Really helps us, build that brand. Sarah, what were we at? Like 647?
649.
649. All right. We're trying to grow. 650. Come on. One person, tell a friend to subscribe, and then we get 650, and then everyone wins. All right.
Yeah, we've slowed down a bit, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
We're trying because not only are we doing these live streams, which are in the archives, but if you don't have the hour and 4 minutes and 20 seconds to listen to us ramble and talk about my old action figures, all right, well, these shows are cut up, all right, into clips, in our library. Go check them out if you just want to listen to what we thought was our best and worst of favorite things of the week, or what we really think about CM Punk. We'll cut that up for you and have it in the clips. And then to know when those clips go live, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Pat_Pitts and at SMarshXO on Twitter and Instagram at Pitsy35 and at SMarsh_ TikTok at SMarshXO. I'm getting good at this. We're getting really good at this because we got to promote ourselves. All right. We're trying to get to WrestleMania. All right, Sarah, I'll end the show with this little vent sesh. All right. I got to get this out because I'm a little peeved at the peeps. Okay.
Oh.
I love the peeps, but like this peeved me. I put up on my Insta story. Should I start a GoFundMe to WrestleMania with my actual WrestleMania fund, which is the Thor hammer? It's awesome. And I got the selections, the options were yes, no, and you're 27. All right. I got more you're 27 answers than anything. So wrestling has no age limit. Okay. Even if there are action figures in the artist streams, or if we're talking nonsense, there's no age limit. Okay. And can't a man live out his boyhood dream? I want my boyhood dream to come true. Just like HBK's did. Okay. Imagine us at Mania 40 in
Dude,
Philly at the link.
Talking about Gunther Roman or Gunther or Roman Cody, and that's when Cody wins. Oh my god.
The pyro is gonna be
the tears. I'd be like,
oh my god, I will be a basket case. Oh my lord. That's on the bucket list, and that would be a hell of a moment. So yeah, help us get there, okay? And the only way to do that is to promote us as much as we're promoting ourselves. So thank you all for tuning in. God bless. Remember that you can do it. All you gotta do is try. We will see you next episode. Peace.
Peace.